A Texas family is shattered after 17-year-old football star Austin Metcalf was stabbed in the heart at a high school track meet and left to die in his twin brother's arms.
Shanley Painter here with the details. Shanley.
Todd and Carly, it's beyond heartbreaking. 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was a junior star athlete at Memorial High School in Frisco, Texas, competing in a state track meet when he was stabbed during an altercation. Austin's family says it all happened after a student from another school was told he was sitting in the wrong seat in the wrong tent. A fight broke out and the suspect allegedly pulled a knife. Austin's family spoke to Fox News. Watch.
If I could say anything to the nation, I would say to make sure that you just hug your babies tight. Because you don't know when the last time you get to do it.
I grabbed his head and I looked in his eyes. I just saw his soul leave and it took my soul too.
He said, "Dad, I'm going to come over this weekend and help mow your grass because I know your arm's hurt." And I said, "Okay." He said, "I love you, Dad." And I said, "I love you too, son." And those were the last words I ever heard from him.
A 17-year-old student athlete from a nearby high school has been arrested and charged with Austin's murder. The district attorney put out this statement, quote, "This will be handled as an adult murder case. I want the public to know this case matters. We are treating it with the seriousness it deserves. We will pursue justice swiftly and responsibly." The suspect reportedly mentioned self-defense to the police. His father telling the New York Post his son was provoked. If convicted, the young man faces up to 99 years in prison. Guys.
All right, Shanley, thank you so much. So tough to hear that mom in anguish and the brother as well. Let's bring in former NFL player Jack Brewer. And Jack, we've heard this story now for about 48 hours. There's one fundamental question that I can't answer. Maybe you can. How has society, and I see you're getting emotional on this, how could you not when you hear that? How has society reached the point where a teen brings a knife to a high school track meet?
Well, you know, Todd, I work in prisons, man, all over the country. And I got about 500 men in my program who have all committed crimes like this and different other crimes under the age of 18. And I got some kids in my program, 13, 14 years old, who have literally murdered people, you know, selling drugs, ravaging their communities. And the vast majority of them, man, just grew up. They never had a dad in their life, and they had these influences that had them doing evil things all around them. But you look at this young boy right here, man, play football like I did, you know, grew up, and clearly a child of God. His last tweet, I'm going to read it for you. His last tweet sent just a week ago, not even a week ago, 3-4 days ago. "Faith that God got me and my work will pay off." It's his last tweet. So I got a message for his family. Philippians 1:21 says, to live is Christ and to die is gain. And that child of God right there is in heaven. And we got to stop this evilness in this country, Todd. We got to figure out a way to get to these kids, man. We have an epidemic on our hand in this nation. We have almost 18 million fatherless kids, and they are ravishing this nation. They are harassing our streets, and it doesn't matter what policies we pass. It doesn't matter whatever we want to do politically. None of that stuff matters if we don't get particularly to these young boys, these young black boys. Get to these young black boys, and let's get them right, man. Let's fix this nation. The black men in this nation have been through so much, and right now we have a bunch of them out there ravaging these streets, and we got to come together as one nation and one blood and do something about it. These boys need help. These boys need fathers, and our families need to get put back together so we can all pursue the American dream.
Jack, it does appear that the young man who allegedly committed this crime did have a father. The father did speak to the media. So does it go beyond just fatherlessness?
It's a culture. It's a culture.
How do we change that, though?
You got to take Todd, you put music into these kids' ears that's encouraging them to do this. They turn on the TV and they see this. Everywhere they look, Todd, this is becoming normalized. Normalized. They talk about death and destruction. We degrade our women by what we put in our ear and what comes out of our mouth, the power of the tongue, just like the Bible teaches us. So he may have had a father, but his father need a wake-up call this morning. Because I can tell you right now, if Jack Brewer's son did anything beyond this and even spoke this, I'd have my foot in his butt. And so being there present as a father is one thing, but actually being a father is another thing. And so it falls on the parents. Parents in this nation need to take responsibility for their children. And we need a wake-up call in this country. And I hope President Trump stands and speaks to the nation about this, because I'm telling you one thing. Unfortunately, if it was a different race doing this to another race, we'd have people rioting in the streets. It's sick, man.
Jack Brewer, you can tell the emotion both on your face and in your words. I know you work tirelessly. This is your job. We introduced you as a football player, but that is not your job anymore. Your job is changing hearts and minds so that this doesn't happen. You're taking this hard, but just know that your work is hopefully going to prevent one or multiple of these from happening. Okay, brother?
Amen. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Carly, over to you.
All right, now to the media's tariff reaction.